Communication comes in many forms. A lot of us think that talking things through is the best and only way to do things. Although it's an amazing way to share our thoughts and what's in our hearts, it may not be the only way. Sometimes we can just sit with a person. Sometimes we can just allow our energies to connect with each other. I know I sound really new agey and I look really 70s today, but the theme is communication. But communication can come, as I said, in many forms. One of those forms is through spirit. When we talk to spirit, we do it in many ways. We can sit quietly, close our eyes, ask for what we want, sit by the water, have the elements come together for us in our intentions. And what I mean by that is when we sit down and we say, this is what I need for my life, don't think for a second that the universe or God or the elements or whatever it is that you believe in isn't listening. Trust me, they are. And they'll give you exactly what you want, whether you perceive that as good or whether you perceive that as ill. One of the things that I have been working with over the last few months is ceremony. And ceremony is another way of connecting. Ceremony is a wonderful, wonderful experience if led by the correct people, and the intent is pure. And what I mean by that is that you need to know your truth. When I say your truth, it's about what is it that I want. And it could be simply, I am open to receiving. I was fortunate enough to do an African ceremony called the Iboga just recently, which opened my eyes to my own truths and what I needed. I also did a sweat lodge in which we worked on our womanhood and stepping into that fully, which was so important to me at the time. And it was so interesting because it's something that I was craving. What does that mean to be a woman? What does that mean to be respected? What does that mean to be vulnerable or to be a warrior? And it was really, really cool because my intent was just to be, to understand what that means. And every day I can see shifts and I can see changes. I can see people helping me become more aware. Ceremony is a beautiful thing. The South Americans have fire ceremony and despachos, a beautiful collage of colors and foods and intentions. And when they put it in the fire, it purifies everything and makes everything come to pass. Communication between whether it is your universe or whether it is a couple or whether it's family members is truly important to be able to say those things that you need to say. But what if somebody's not in the room? What if somebody is away from you? Close your eyes. Speak to their spirit. I guarantee you they're going to hear you. In some cases, they even come into the room. It's about being aware and acknowledging them, knowing that they're there because they care about you, because they love you. Even if they have conflict with you, it's irrelevant. Our spirits are pure. Our spirits always want to be able to have peace with others and in the earth. This is a very, very important weekly inspirational because everybody asks, how do you communicate? And then we have communication breakdowns. No, we don't. We get exactly what we ask for. The communication is very, very clear. Whether it is mental communication, emotional communication, physical communication, or spiritual communication. The reality is that the universe is listening and will give you exactly what you want. Be specific. What do you want? What is your truth? Communicate that to your partner, to your friends, to your family, but especially to yourself. There's this wonderful elder, his name is Magumba, and Magunda is an African elder, an African shaman. Magunda says that lie to everyone else, do whatever you want, just don't lie to you. And that is the truth. Don't lie to you, because if you don't lie to you, you're not gonna lie to anybody else. That's the trick. So the reality here is communication is the all. It starts with you, it spreads out to those who are in front of you, and then it spreads out into the universe. Because there's this great book, and it's called The Four Agreements. And the Four Agreements is spectacular. And one of the things that they talk about is black magic and white magic, and how when we speak, and we speak those things that are ugly, or we're hurting someone with our words, that's black magic. We're putting that out into the universe, and it comes to pass. But when we put out white magic, words that are beautiful, words that are good and whole, inspirations for others and ourselves, then that's what we get back to. And that's what we're putting into the world. When we speak, we help ourselves and others to connect to spirit and to the earth. When we have laughter, like we're hearing behind us of a child, that's communication. It's communication to the heart. Today is a very important day because we're coming on certain energies that are going to allow us to open up to deeper understandings of who we are. Communicate with self. Really, really, really speak your truth today. Just for one day and see what happens. See what happens if you really feel like a coffee and you stop and get one, that you really tell your partner how you feel about them. Communicate. See what happens. This is Angel Morgan, Raising Energy.